Hi, welcome to this video on finding the volume of triangular prisms. I'm going to talk to you about something that you may have tried, and I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a warning about it as we do these two problems. I'm going to start off with the right way to do this, and then I'm going to talk about maybe a shortcut some of you have figured out and are adapting to, and then show you the error of your ways then here at the bottom. Okay, so the correct way to do this problem is to identify that this is a triangular prism, so therefore the base of the triangle, the base is a triangle. So this is the base, even though it's facing me. That is the base of this prism. And to find the volume, I'm going to find the area of the base, which in this case would be a triangle. So I'm going to use the area formula for a triangle. And I'm going to multiply that by the height of the prism. The height of the prism is always the distance. So we're going to, the distance between the congruent faces, the bottom and the top. So 12 is the height of this prism. Oops. Keep going. All right, so now I'm just going to find the area of the triangle using the formula. The base of this triangle is 8, and the height of the triangle is 6. It's a right triangle. I know that's the height because I see the right angle there. So it's 1/2 times 6 times 8. I know I interchange those numbers, but the order doesn't matter because the commutative property of multiplication. I'm going to multiply those together, and I get 288 inches cubed. So that should be the volume. Now, some of you may be thinking, you know, I've found a trick that if I just take the three numbers listed, 6, 8, and 12. And if I just take those three numbers, kind of like a rectangular prism, and multiply them by each other, then I should find the volume, right? But when I do that, I don't get the correct volume. I get 576, but you're like, but I figured something out. Every time I do that, I just take this number here and divide it by 2, and my answer becomes the right answer. So you're like, I just have to take the numbers I see, multiply them together, and then divide by 2, and then boom, I get the right answer every time. I don't need your silly formula or your drawings. Okay, so I know that that's something that people have a tendency to do, and you're right, in this triangle it would work. However, in the triangle below, where there are so many numbers, there's all sorts of information here. We have this right here is 20. We know that this down here, this side, this edge of the prism is 9. This edge over here is 18. This edge is 17. And then not only that, we know that there is a middle, and that middle here, boom, 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 is another dimension, and that's 14. So we have so many numbers. Will we just multiply them all together and then divide by 2? No, heaven forbid, that would be terrible. That's not what we're going to do. We are going to follow the formula. So the formula for finding volume, remember, is the area of the base times the height. So I identify that the base, in this case, is a triangle because it's a triangular prism. So here is the triangle I'm finding the area of. And when I redraw this triangle and I label the dimensions, the shortest side was 9, this side over here was 17, and this side over here is 18. I don't just multiply those to find the area. In order to find the area of a triangle, remember the area of the triangle is 1/2 times the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle. 20 is not the height of the triangle. 20 is all the way over here on the prism. It's not even touching the triangle. The height of the triangle is the perpendicular distance from the top of the triangle to one of the sides, that being the base. So here is the height. It makes it h. So I'm going to draw that in there. That h for height, and that's 14. So once I know the height sits on the base. So I don't, to find the volume, I'm not going to need this 17. I'm not going to need this 18. I would need that if I was finding surface area, but we're finding volume. So all I need to know is that the base of the triangle is 9 and the height of the triangle is 14. So there, I found the area of the base is 63. Now I need to follow the formula and I need the height of the prism. The height of the prism is the distance between the congruent triangles. If this triangle was on its base, it would be 20 yards high. So 20 is the height. So that means that the volume is 1,260, what am I saying? Yes, good, yards cubed. So that's how you find it correctly. And if you are attempting just to, like I say, a lot of times when they give you these triangle problems, they only give you the 3 numbers that you need. And so you're just figuring out, well, I just multiply them and divide by 2. Be careful, because when they give you more numbers than you need, what are you going to do with them? So make sure you are considering what you're really doing here. You are multiplying the area of the base times the height. And that's how you're going to be successful. So, all right, it was 6 minutes. I was trying to do it in 4, but I hope that this cleared some things up. And good luck. Thanks.